Good evening, all you good people, and welcome back to Simon's Trading Channel. Happy Monday to you. It's bank holiday in the UK here today, so I hope you've had an enjoyable one and you've managed to catch some vitamin D via the fireball in the sky. Anyway, let's get to business. Let's get back to business. So we got a bit of Bitcoin, not quite busting action, but some upside nonetheless. And I got a daily chart right here because I think it's quite useful to have a look at a little 50% pullback move that occurred. But on a side note, momentum still remains to the upside on the daily using my own personal, although available to anyone, marker for momentum, which is MACD above the zero line. And the reason I wanted to show you this chart is if you look at this as a move up, a move down, a move up, and a move down, and a move up, that makes this, from this low here to this high here, one move. And as you can see, be that as it may, this was a perfect retest of the 50% point. So a retest of the 50% point, and then continuation to the upside would suggest more continuation of the trend, so more upside. I feel like I just said the same thing in two different ways. Anyway, continuation looks like it's happening. Now, I think today might be a holiday in a few different places, but in a way, I'm not surprised that this has only been a small move today, relatively speaking. I mean, it has so far, and it hasn't closed and won't close on Bybit here for another 5 hours. But 68.4 was where I opened, and it's now at 70,000. So that's a $1,500 move. And so there's potential for more upside here. Now, having said that, we haven't had the daily closure yet. And so if Bitcoin fails to get daily closures back above here, which is obviously, the wick high is 72,000, it's about 71.5 on the closure, then that would be a failed higher high. So the reason I'm saying that is that it's close to the top of the range, area of resistance, and to use a phrase from Star Wars, I'm not sure this is the bullish move you're looking for. This is not the impulsive move you are looking for. That may or may not be true, and only time will tell. Coming down to the 4 hour, as you can see, the same thing, but just in a bit more detail. So move up, pull back, move up, pull back. Now, the middle of this range is clearly here, which is basically coming in at 65. The top is 74, and somewhere in between is about 70,000. In fact, I'm going to measure it out just to be clear, without disrupting the whole chart setup. So that is 69.5, okay? Therefore, if Bitcoin can maintain daily closures, certainly several 4 hours, or daily closures back above 69.5, that makes me feel more confident for more upside first. However, if it doesn't, so if it starts to show weakness from its current position, and then turns back down and gets back below, well, really bad news would be back below 66,000 on 4 hours or daily, but back below 68,000 would also start to look quite bad. Then you'd look at this really as a failed higher high in a context of an area of resistance and therefore likely a change in character from an uptrend to maybe a downtrend. There are a lot of things that have to happen for that to become the case, though. And right now, that's not the case. So I'm kind of painting a worst case scenario. Not worst case scenario. Bitcoin immediately goes to 50,000. I'm kind of painting a slightly negative view over a rather bullish one. And as you know, anyone who's been watching this channel for the last few weeks, I've been of the opinion that this range is not going to be over anytime soon. It's just an opinion, but it's kind of opinion based on the price action. Price action hasn't really done anything to convince me otherwise yet. Now, the 4-hour momentum is still to the upside, just about, and will remain so. Bitcoin's back above probably 67.5. Although the further the MACD gets from the midline, from the zero line, the less accurate that number is. But I would suggest, as I've just said, starts to look very shaky back below. Well, back below a range between sort of 68 and 60, 68 and 67. Looks really dodgy back below 60, 66, 65. And that would be 4-hour and daily closures. But up until then, got to look for more upside. The key for me is that Bitcoin, to continue this trend, has to probably have the next upside move. What would look very good would be an upside move from here. Now that might not be today because it is a holiday in lots of places, but what you wouldn't want to see is this. Let me draw you a picture. So it's come down 50% of that overall move up. It's bounced back up. If it failed there and then got back down to these regions, doesn't look so good then. Still not game over because the trend is still kind of intact. But this, that would not look good for more upside. That to me would make me more suspicious that the trend has been reversed once again and then more downside, but probably within the range. And the counter, so if Bitcoin didn't just bulldoze its way now to the current all-time high, if it does something a bit more like this, bullish as they come. And actually, if it did that over the next, say, week or so, you've got to look for at least a retest of the all-time high and then likely a breakout. So yeah. I hope that was of use. Just a bit of trend analysis, basically, and a couple of likely or possibilities. If you've enjoyed the video and you found it in any way helpful, please like and subscribe. That would be awesome. I'd be very grateful if you could do that. And if you didn't enjoy the video, then don't like and subscribe. In fact, you can dislike the video if you want to. But if you do that, leave a little comment at the bottom and then I can, evolve the channel. And clearly, don't then come back tomorrow because I'll be doing this again for Tuesday. Okay. Take care, everyone. Enjoy what's left of your Monday, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.